I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up outside, no sunscreen, or if there was any, it was a greasy white zinc strip on somebody's nose at the beach. We ran around all summer, we got tans, we occasionally got a sunburn, and we survived. My skin is fine. That's not the point. The point is that sunscreen industry is worth over $10 billion, has spent decades telling you the sun will kill you. Somewhere along the way, we just stopped reading the ingredient list. So today we're reading it, and what is on it is going to piss you off. I'm a holistic nutritionist, 15 years in, and my whole thing is looking at everything your body is being exposed to. Not just food, everything. What you breathe, what you put on your skin, what you've been told is keeping you safe. Because here's what gets me. Humans have been outside in the sun for literally thousands of years. Farmers, fishermen, hunters, builders, entire civilizations living their whole lives under that sun, growing food, raising families, getting the job done. And we have very little historical evidence of the skin cancer epidemic we're apparently living through now. But sometime in the last few decades, some guy with a clipboard and a research grant decided the sun was basically trying to murder us. And now we treat it like the boogeyman. We slather ourselves and our kids in chemicals before we walk to the mailbox. We stay inside, we cover up, and we are somehow sicker, not healthier. That pisses me off. So let's talk about it. So let's start with what's actually in most chemical sunscreens, because this is where it gets genuinely gross. Chemical sunscreens work by soaking into your skin and absorbing UV rays. Fine in theory, except the chemicals doing that absorbing don't just stay on your skin, they get into your blood. That's not a conspiracy theory. Your skin is your largest organ and it absorbs whatever you put on it. So the FDA, their own research found 6 common sunscreen ingredients that were detected in people's bloodstreams after just 1 day of normal use. 1 day. And the FDA's response, essentially, we need more data before we can say that these are safe. That's it. That was their whole response. We don't actually know yet. While millions of people rub this stuff on their kids every morning without a second thought. Cool system we've got here. The worst one, oxybenzone, has been linked to hormone disruption, thyroid issues, and reproductive problems. The European Commission said it's unsafe at the levels used in most products. And yet, for years, it was in something like 70% of all non-mineral sunscreens on the market. It's dropped significantly since people started asking questions, which is exactly why you should keep asking questions. And here's the kicker. A 2025 independent review of over 2,200 sunscreen products found that only about 1 in 4 actually provided safe and effective protection. 1 in 4? The rest either have dodgy ingredients, don't do what the labels claim, or both. So there's a decent chance you're absorbing a chemical shitstorm and not even getting proper protection out of the deal. Fantastic. Oh, and it's not just going into your body, it's going into the ocean too. Thousands of tons of sunscreen wash off swimmers into coral reef environments every single year. The chemicals in it, we're talking oxybenzone, octinosinate, and others, they bleach coral, they disrupt coral reproduction, and they damage coral DNA. Not to mention getting into the food chain that is in the oceans. Entire governments have looked at the evidence and banned specific sunscreen ingredients from their waters. Hawaii, Palau, Key West, Thailand's marine parks. They looked at the data and said, not in our ocean. The industry's response was to slap reef safe on a label. a phrase that is completely unregulated and means absolutely nothing. A product can call itself reef safe and still be full of the exact shit destroying coral reefs. Don't trust the label, read the actual ingredients. Now, the sun. I need you to hear this clearly. The sun is not trying to kill you. It is a biological requirement. Your body was designed to use it. And we have lost our damn minds about this. Here's the thing about vitamin D that nobody seems to want to talk about, especially here in Canada, North America. Your body makes vitamin D when sunlight hits your bare skin. Not through windows, not through glass. Glass blocks the rays that you need. Doesn't go through sunscreen. That blocks the rays too. Actual skin, actually outside of your home, actually in the sun. And in Canada, we only have about 5 months, so roughly May through to September, where the sun is at the right angle in the sky to make this happen at all. The rest of the year, we can stand outside at noon on a clear day and still make virtually zero vitamin D. The sun is just too low. And that's the reality of where we live. So we've got 5 months. And the message we get during those 5 months is cover up, SPF before you go out, and avoid the midday sun, stay in the shade. And then we wonder why vitamin D deficiency is basically an epidemic in this country. When I was growing up, we didn't have vitamin D supplements to balance us out for the rest of the year. What the hell? Here's what I actually want you to do. Get outside in the morning or the late afternoon. You don't have to bake yourself at noon. Go for a walk at 8 a.m. with your arms out. Sit on the patio at 6 p.m. after work and put your feet up. That counts. Your skin is making vitamin D during those hours too. The danger zone narrative around the 11 to 3 is overblown for most people doing normal things outside most of the time. We are not all working 8-hour shifts on a reflective beach. Use some common sense. Get about 10 to 20 minutes of actual sun on actual skin, arms, legs, whatever you've got out. Then, if you're staying out longer, protect yourself. But those first minutes matter. And skipping them every single day because of fear has a real cost. Vitamin D regulates your immune system, your mood, your hormones, your heart, your cancer risk. We've been so terrified of one type of risk that we've completely ignored another. For thousands of years, people lived outside. They worked outside. They didn't have SPF 50, and they were fine. At some point, we decided that the sun, the same sun that has sustained every living thing on this planet since the beginning of time, is suddenly a threat that requires $1 billion industry to protect us from. I call bullshit on that. But here's the part I love, because most people have no idea this is even possible. You can build your skin's resilience to the sun through what you eat. Your diet affects how fast you burn, how well your skin recovers, and how reactive it is to the UV in the first place. This is real. This is studied, and almost nobody talks about it. Tomatoes, cooked tomatoes especially, the lycopene in them helps protect your skin from UV damage, and it works even better with olive oil. Your pasta with tomato sauce is literally doing something useful for your skin. Enjoy it guilt-free. Wild salmon and shellfish, they're pink for a reason. A compound called astaxanthin, and it has solid research behind it for protecting skin from sun damage and reducing visible aging. Eat your salmon. And if you want to add an astaxanthin supplement in summer, it's one of the few I'd actually recommend. Orange vegetables and fruits, carrots, sweet potatoes, squash, oranges. The beta carotene in them builds sun protective properties in your skin over time. eat them. Green tea and dark chocolate. Women who drank green tea daily for 12 weeks could handle more UV exposure before their skin reacted. And studies show that 2 ounces of real, good quality dark chocolate a day may cut squamous skin cell cancer risk by 30%. That's not a joke. Eat the chocolate, drink the tea. Omega-3s, salmon, sardines, walnuts, flax, chia, anti-inflammatory foods. They support your skin barrier, help your body handle sun exposure. They're on every list because they belong on every list. None of this means that you can eat a bowl of carrots and stay outside all day. It means your diet is either working with your skin or against it. That is a lever most people don't even know they have. When you do need sunscreen, if you're out for hours, it's a high UV day, you've got fair skin, you're past that initial 20 minutes, here's what to use. Mineral, zinc oxide, full stop. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are the only sunscreen ingredients the FDA says are actually safe and effective. They sit on top of your skin and physically block out the UV rays. They don't absorb into your blood. They work right away, unlike chemical sunscreens, which need 20 to 30 minutes to activate, and they don't trash coral reefs. Look for non-nano zinc oxide. They're larger particles that stay on the surface instead of sinking in. Yes, it leaves a slight white cast. That's fine. Your hormones will thank you, and so will the fish. In Canada, badger balm, green beaver, raw elements, all mineral, all zinc oxide, all reef safe certified, actually accessible brands. They exist. There's no excuse to keep buying the chemical version. And while we're here, a hat and a long sleeve shirt contain 0 chemicals and cost nothing extra. Revolutionary technology. And here's my actual problem with all of this. We've been manipulated into fearing something our bodies literally need to function by an industry that profits from that fear. People farmed and fished and built and lived outside for millennia and were fine. Now we can't walk to our cars without a full chemical application first, and we're not healthier for it. We are more deficient, more anxious, more disconnected from the most basic things our bodies know how to do. The sun is not the boogeyman. Get your 10 to 20 minutes, morning, evening, whatever works, with actual skin actually exposed. Feed your skin from the inside, and when you genuinely need sunscreen, use mineral zinc oxide. Don't burn. Stop letting a multi-billion-dollar industry make you afraid of the star your entire existence depends on. So start somewhere. Swap the chemical sunscreen for a mineral one. Get your 20 minutes of morning sun. Throw some wild salmon on the grill. It adds up. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.